Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody there? Hello. How's everybody doing? My name is Source Supreme. This is Final Fantasy XIV. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. It's very quiet because apparently the Red Moon just doesn't have music. In case you're wondering, why are we on the moon? Why is the moon red? We are at the end of 6.5 Final Fantasy XIV ENDWALKER MSQ. We're going to be wrapping this up today and moving on to 6.55, which is the prelude into the newest expansion, DAWNTRAIL. And I'm not sure we'll jump into it right away. I want to see if anybody in my FC is available to maybe mount farm. Because I'd like to go through, do all the extremes of the game and try to do some mount farming, because that's always fun. And it would go by a lot quicker with a group of people. So, yeah, we're going to see. For now, though, let's just jump right into it. Oh, that's not jumping right into it. LOL. Oh, I am still a little sick, so I might not be doing everybody's voice. We'll see how I feel as I do them. But yeah, in case you hear me cough or sniffle, I am still a little sick. So I apologize. Never did I imagine that the light I bore could bring about such change. As our domains are shaped by our innermost desires, perhaps this is a reflection of the hope that it quickened in my heart. You came to the 13th to rescue Ajdaya and protect your world. Our meeting was happenstance, and our association one of mutual convenience. Yet you and yours always treated me with kindness, as a friend, and through your friendship I found a new beginning. I'm forever in your debt. There we go. Now, Ritra, Ajdaya is right here. You did it. We did it. Ajdaya. Aw. Right on his head.
Words cannot well express my relief that we could rescue my sister, nor my gratitude to all of you. What of him, Golbears?
Hey, what happened to him?
He felt it would be inappropriate for him to be present at your reunion with Ajdaya, and chose to remain down in the chasm. If you wish to hear an apology, however, I should be glad to drag him here.
Nay, that shall not be necessary. By his deeds hath he demonstrated his contrition.
Yeah.
So, what will you do now?
I've learned much, journeying together with you. Experienced things I could never have experienced alone. Together with Golbez, I hope to do the same as we labor to restore the 13th.
Then I suppose it's farewell for now.
Be sure to share with Golbez what you've learned of the Source and its reflections, as well as the true nature of light and dark. He is as resourceful as he is determined, and will surely make the very most of the insights.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Once we've gained a better understanding of the situation, I hope we can rely on your counsel.
Yeah.
But of
Saving the
course,
13th.
I too shall continue probing new possibilities. The better to be of aid when the time comes.
That's pretty big.
Ah, speaking of which,
Hmm.
from ocean rise and cloud bank form, from mountain
Oh.
spring and rainfall storm, from river
She's doing it
flow
again?
and life be born. Come forth, my servant.
What? What? Not water, froth and foam? Come on. Boo.
I revised the incantation, which is not to say you know how it went before.
Hmm.
Are we clear?
Ah.
Nidana provided me with spare warding scales, which apparently provide greater protection than before.
Hmm.
This should keep the familiar safe. So long as you give the Nixie ether from time to time, it will persist and serve as a beacon for us to find you.
Hmm. That's useful.
Already we find ourselves with a new ally. Thank you.
Hmm.
When you have the chance, please thank everyone for me. Those in Razatan, Garlemald, Sharlayan. The first and on the moon. A lengthy list.
Hmm. Will do, Zero. We're probably not going to see you for a long time, which is very
A gift
unfortunate.
for Reen. In return for the light she helped me harness. It's the Memoria holding Zeromus.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
If used to augment darkness in the first, it may help to create balance between our worlds.
Oh.
An excellent idea.
Yeah.
Similarly, why not entrust the Archfiend's Memoria to Zero?
In that case, I shall pass them on to Golbez, to inspire and admonish him in equal measure.
Hmm. Ugh. Remember to drink water. That's good stuff. I'll see you again, right?
You will, I'm sure. Just don't try to forcibly summon me. I won't come.
That's funny.
Sad though it is to say farewell, 'tis past time we returned home. Pray, climb upon my back.
Hmm. So that's it. We just leave her here. Aw. Literally spend all of the post MSQ with her. Well, not all of it, but like the majority of the post Endwalker MSQ with her.
Till we meet again. No matter where we are, or how much time passes, our bond will endure. This, I believe.
I just noticed that the shield on her back has the horns of like the Warrior of Light, like the original Warrior of Light. It's got like the shape of the horns. That's really cool. Aww. Well, we're back. Whoa. Ritra. Living Way. That's not a voice I could do right now. Oh, of course. Oh, welcome back, everyone. While you were away, a rent in the fabric of reality suddenly appeared. Through it, we could observe you locked in furious battle with Zeromus. By the time it closed up, we had seen your victory. Well done, by the way. But we still couldn't breathe easy until we knew for certain you were safe and sound. And here you are, thank heavens. Dare I hope Ajaya is safe too? And Zero? In a word, yes. Though we could not return Ajaya to her original form, Reacher granted her a new vessel using one of his eyes. Her circumstances are unique, but it nevertheless gives me hope that there may be a way to save other Voidsent. As for Zero, she has chosen to remain in her world and do what she can to restore it. Ah, so the light of hope shines again amidst the darkness. Perhaps our research into environments capable of supporting life would be of use in the 13th. Oh, now there's a thought. A day may come when the people of the Source and the 13th work hand in hand. In anticipation of this, we must accumulate even more useful technology. Ah, but don't let us detain you with our cavalcade of brilliant ideas. We'll see that the gate is closed and the seal deactivated, so go home and get some rest. That includes you, Orionjay. As thou dost command. Pray, convey our gratitude to the Watcher for his timely assistance. It would seem Reacher is preparing to depart. Come, let us descend to the Tower of Babel. Upon arriving in Garlemald, it would be met to inform Euless of our mission's outcome. Let us seek him out at Tertium. Okay. To Tertium. Sweet. We just gotta go to Tertium. Woof. My nose. Cough. I do feel better though. Can't really complain. At least in comparison to Wednesday when I last streamed. Oof. I mean, even yesterday, I felt so bad I didn't end up going to my class. Just stayed home.
Oh, it's you again. Is everything all right?
Man, a lot of voice acting. Oh, Euless.
So you were able to rescue Ashdaya. Thank the 12.
Channeling light from the first was rather ingenious. It may fall short of cross-rift travel, but it's still an impressive achievement in my book.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We went from one reality to our reality to the 13th. That's
You're too
crazy.
kind. Suffice it to say, though, that I don't intend to rest on these laurels. There's always more to be done.
Zero stayed in the void, did she? Well, if I had known it would come to that, I would have said a proper farewell.
Zero sends her thanks.
Thanks for what? I don't recall doing anything in particular for her. On the contrary, she's the one who risked life and limb. Still, I'm glad that she got something out of her time here. As the days roll on, things will change for the both of us. But some things will remain as they are. As far as I'm concerned, Zero will always be a friend and comrade. And I will never forget her.
If she's working tirelessly to restore the 13th, it wouldn't do to be outdone here. When next Zero visits, we must see to it that you have a shiny new Garlemald to show her.
Indeed. And speaking of rebuilding, there's a matter I'd like to discuss with you and Alphino. Word has spread of our dealings with Razat-Han, and people are excited by the prospect of standing on our own 2 feet again. Naturally, it won't be straightforward. It never is. But on the whole, I have a good feeling about things.
In other words, it may be time for us to limit our involvement, that Garleans might take the lead. I can see the sense in that.
No, that's not what I meant at all. Seeing as things are going well, we want you to take a rest. A proper rest. That's what I wanted to say on everyone's behalf. You've done so much for us already. Toiled beside us in the cold for far longer than anyone could ask.
Aww.
You've earned a reprieve 100 times over. So go on. Step away from here and head wherever you like. But if it were me, I'd choose somewhere warm.
I was thinking of taking a break anyway.
Alizé.
Far be it from us to go against such a heartfelt request.
Thank you, Alphino.
Though I would be lying were I to say matters here wouldn't weigh on our minds.
We could take a leaf out of Zero's book and roam about for a while. Maybe visit nations who share little history with Garlemald. Look for opportunities to foster future relations. We might learn something of recent foreign affairs that has escaped our notice.
I see where this is going.
As an independent party, we would be well suited to the task. An excellent idea, Alizé.
I see where it's going purely because I know what DAWNTRAIL is, right? You're going to a new land, and there's going to be a new form of government and new people who have nothing to do with us. And there you go.
Well,
Sets up their
that
reason.
hardly sounds like a rest at all.
To us, it is the best kind of rest. Stimulating and meaningful.
If it's settled, then let's return to Sharlayan and consider our options.
Uh,
What about the rest of you? Do you have any plans?
We're indebted to Lord Fortuneau and his colleagues for their cooperation. 'Twould be meet to report on the outcome of our mission.
True, true.
Then it seems we are all bound for Charlian. Upon arriving, let us seek out Atheles at the rostra and have her notify Father.
It's a lot of scions working together there. You're literally only missing Graha and Kryl and Thancred. That's it. This is the only people you're missing in that group. Charlian. Old Charlian. Oh. Is there a new thing? I feel like there's a new thing. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just making things up. Whew. Atheles. Wait, aren't you the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Or were, rather. I understand you've disbanded. An audience with Lord Fortuneau? You're on luck. The forum is just this moment adjourned, and he is still inside with the Scalia. Please wait here while I inform them of your presence. Fortuneau, Montesheng. Apologies to have kept you. I trust you won't object if Scholarch Montesheng also attends. My incorrigible children, were you not assisting with Garlemald's reconstruction? Our hosts were most insistent that we take a rest, so here we are. But more importantly, Cole has news that he would share with you. So, the threat has passed. These are glad tidings indeed. Harnessing light from the first, a technological triumph that could have ended in catastrophic failure. But let us not dwell on hypotheticals. Like the Aether from the Isle of Ham, you employed the light for peaceful, albeit unanticipated, purposes. Knowledge exists to serve the greater good. As my father was fond of saying, I'm inclined to agree in this instance. It has been established that world-ending crises in the reflections are connected to calamities in the source. As such, the strides you made in understanding the nature of and affecting a change in a reflection may one day prove vital for mankind's preservation. The Forum will be eager to review your accounts thoroughly, for every drop of water serves to swell the great river of knowledge. Might we prevail upon you to prepare a comprehensive report, Y'shtola, on the subject of the void and cross-drift travel both? It would be my pleasure. We will share these tidings with those who aided you. Kokol Dankol, not least of all. Now, if you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. I should be glad to speak with you both later. I like Fortuneau. It's very... He was a very good character. His character arc was nice. Growing Light. This is the last quest of 6.5. With that, our obligations here are concluded. Oh, Nadana, what news from Thavnair? They've returned then. Wonderful. Rest assured all is well with us too. Is that so? We would be honored, of course. I shall relay this to the others. A great feast will be held in Razatan to celebrate Ajdaya's homecoming. We have all been invited. I'm afraid my sister and I must decline. We have only just returned home. To leave again so soon would be inconsiderate to our parents. With regret, I too must excuse myself from attendance. A prior commitment required that I remain in Shaolin for a time. Let not our absence deter you, however. Pray, enjoy yourselves to the fullest. I've no plans in particular, so you can count me in. I may as well visit the Radiant Host while I'm there. How about you, Call? I like both these answers, but I do have a delivery to make in the first. Ah, of course. The Memoria Crystal. It would be remiss of us not to deliver it promptly to our friends. Also, if they are to transfer light and darkness between worlds, they will need command over the Crystal Tower. In which case, I shall give you my spirit vessel to take again. When you arrive in the Crystarium, the sentry at the tower should be able to round up everyone for you. Once you have seen to matters there, come and join us at Megaduta. Give everyone our regards, you hear? Ah, to the Crystarium. Yippee! Dorsal Gate. Welcome back, sir. Mistress Reen is still in the ocular. Will you be joining her? Very good. If you would care to head inside, I shall send for Captain Lena and Beklug at once. Oh.
Ah, yes. The king has already shared what they glimpsed in the source. The day is won, and the danger past.
Huh?
Hearing the tidings lifted a great weight from my shoulders. Never before had I taken on such a monumental request.
Small though it was, we are glad to have played a role in saving the Exarch's home. And yours. Furthermore, the endeavor served to reaffirm the bond between the peoples of Norvrant. Nurturing this bond, we will strive to be an example for the world Zero aspires to restore.
Yeah. A crystal of darkness.
Is that a Memoria crystal? I can feel it. The tremendous darkness within. Using darkness from the void to restore balance to this world. If such a thing could be done! Well, well. Though night has returned to our world, Darkness cannot arise of its own accord, much less in abundance. But if it could be brought here in like manner to how we channeled light to the void, it may well be possible to restore the empty in its entirety.
Cool. We're gonna take the darkness and put it over there. Or we take the city and push it over there.
Do you still have that spirit vessel with you? If so, I beg you loan it to me for a time. I would use it to investigate a way to have the tower receive rather than send energy.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you. While I make no promises at this stage, I shall rigorously explore the possibility.
I too need to explore new possibilities for my powers. My recent experience at Nabatha Reng has taught me that. To that end, I will set aside botany for a time, and focus instead on myself.
The next time we
Zero
see...
is out there, doing her utmost to restore her own world. It inspires me to redouble my efforts.
Next time we see Reen, she's gonna go through major character development. Or major power development, maybe. Lena. It was a mighty struggle, but I had faith you would be victorious in the end. And I doubt not that the people of Novrant will cheer when they learn that the Warrior of Darkness managed to save his home. I know you are a busy man, so don't let us keep you. Rest assured that we will continue the work we've begun. Okay. Oh my gosh. Master Hima, you honor us with your presence. Though I'm but a humble servant, I offer you my heartfelt thanks for rescuing the Satrap's beloved sister. But without further ado, the great feast to celebrate this joyous occasion is about to begin. The venue is Merid's Mayan, and you are a guest of honor. Hey, it's this guy again. I want that drink. Oh, it's the kid. Justinian. Oh. No. Nabeen.
It cannot be.
Nabdeen. What's the matter?
Oh, Vashan, my darling little brother.
Oh.
To think that I will never see you again.
The way you carry on, anyone would think he was actually your brother. Save your tears now. His Excellency still has one of his eyes. And he has made it clear he intends to continue using his vessel. You'll see Varshan again. Never fear.
Truly. But will it be the little one?
Personally, I prefer the adult vessel. It cuts a gallant figure and has superior functionality besides.
Bah. I don't care about such things.
Nabdi.
My little brother is little and adorable.
Sisters, give me strength.
It's a fine thing being so loved.
That's awesome. How did I get stuck at a table with these two drunkards? Alright, I'm out of here.
Had enough of the revelry, have you?
Justinian.
So, what's next for our hero?
I don't know. I kind of know, but I don't know.
No need to decide just yet. You'll recall our escapades in the void began with a treasure map I paid entirely too much gil for.
Yeah.
You can't force an adventure. It'll happen when it happens. And you'll know when the time is right.
You're as much as an adventurer as I am now, Estinian. Like, that is just the line an adventurer says. Come on. I'm so down.
Till then, it's good to lend an ear to others and their tales. And speaking of others...
Discussing each other's plans, are we?
Potential.
Alas, I have nothing exciting to share. I foresee an extended confinement in my Sharlayan chambers, compiling my theories on cross-rift travel. My research may be classified, prohibited by the powers that be. But so long as a bond exists between people, ever shall our worlds be connected. As it stands, a means to travel to the first is within reach, and I would be satisfied even should my research not exist in an official capacity.
Hmm.
And what of you, Estinian? Have you any plans?
I was not expecting... I expected something, but I did not expect him to literally Batman us.
Though I've no doubt he will make himself known when needed.
he totally Christian Bale Batman us. That was awesome. Disappeared mid-conversation. When the world needed him most, he vanished. Hmm. Oh, Zdaya. Oh. Oh, that must have been Hraesvelgr. Hraesvelgr responded. Oh. Oh. 'Twas a lively feast, was it not? And it impressed upon me once again how dear Vritra is to his people. Well, as much as I should like to linger, 'tis past time I took my leave. If you mean to depart as well, I suggest you call on Vritra before setting out. And before I forget, thank you. For everything we learned, and for everything we accomplished, I couldn't be more grateful. Till next time, Take care. To Megaduta. Oh, it's the end of Endwalker things. It's the end of an adventure. Hey, Marshawn. Go. I hope you enjoyed the festivities. To be able to celebrate Ashdaya's return with everyone was moving beyond words. Lest you wonder, I've chosen to use this vessel for now, the better to escort my sister about Razatan. This leaves my true form without an eye, but I do not anticipate having need of it in the immediate future. Long have I dreamed of showing Ashdaya my beautiful city, a glittering jewel born of unity, and I shall relish every moment of it. Now then, I believe both Y'shtola and Estinian have embarked on their respective journeys, but have you yourself business elsewhere? If not, you are welcome to remain here as long as you like. Should aught of import arise, we will inform you, but until such a day arrives, I bid you take your ease. There it is. Ooh, cutscene. Cutscene teasing the next thing. Meanwhile, in Old Charlian. I'm very excited to get into new content. Stuff that released, like,
Everything appears to be in order.
Not even a couple months ago. That's so hype for me.
Oh, finished at last.
Cryo.
So time-consuming. How nice would it be to have a mammoth to handle such tasks?
Or a Graha.
Now then, let's have a look at you.
Oh.
Quite old, this letter. We'll need to store it carefully. Addressed to Grandfather, and come all the way from Tuliolal, from a Gulu someone.
Tuliolal.
Oh, the ink's too faded. Hardly anything is legible.
Aww.
Come on, give me something. A commission to investigate the Golden City in Tural. How odd. No one ever mentioned such a commission, nor have I seen any records. Something else in here. What an unusual earring. How does it relate to the petition, I wonder?
3-leaf clover?
Oh, did you go there, Grandfather? To the Golden City in Tural?
Tural. We're gonna learn more about Kryle's grandfather. We're gonna learn about Tural. That's our next place of destination. So that's pretty hype. Ah, hello, Aaronvale. You who said you were going on a homecoming of sorts.
Back again already, after making a show of leaving. Well, this is it, Charlian. Quite a far cry from Tuliolal, yes?
Is this them?
Come, let's go and find your candidate. Our adventurer friend.
Candidate. Candidate. Hey, growing light. Awesome. We're gonna use that for right now. We have some better armor things? No. When one door closes. Ah, call. One of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The students of Baldessian request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you know pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldessian Annex at once. Uchika awaits your arrival. Okay. In the meantime, I shall continue to showing Ajdaya the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there is still much and more for her to see. Farewell now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Back to old Charlian then. And now I think we're gonna meet our titular character. Our oh so important companion in the next expansion, who seemingly has arrived on boat. I really don't know much about DAWNTRAIL in terms of story. I've seen a couple things because it's kind of hard not to get spoiled, considering just it came out recently, right? But I haven't actually seen much of the story at all. I don't really know anything about it. I just know Wooklamont is like a thing, and some people don't like her. But that's about it. That's all I know. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Cole. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Kryl and Graha. Graha. Kryl put her hood down. And she's wearing the earring. Thank you for coming on such short notice. And forgive us for sending for you so soon after your trials in the void. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require presence, but Erenville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes Call to meet. He also mentioned that they would be tending to business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? Graha. I miss hanging out with Graha. Love Graha. It's my bro. He's always so ready to be a bro, and he's always, like, right there, being just absolutely hilarious. It's great. Now then, where is Erenville?
Erenville!
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Hmm. Okay.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
He looks so tired.
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is him. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain he's no ordinary man. I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Okay.
Tuliyollal.
Tuliyollal.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Okay. I'm down.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down.
What do you mean?
Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Mamulja?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulja, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulja, and one blessed with two heads besides.
A blessing to have two heads.
He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage.
Shove them.
But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree
funny.
on the spot when we've only just met.
Actually just shoved them.
If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me.
When you put it that way.
No, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valiarmanda.
Valiarmanda.
Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
Strictly a rumor, nothing more. You have my complete attention. Golden City. I've heard about it before. I met Selk.
So the tales have reached even these shores. I can't help but feel proud.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
This is a major side eye.
Tuliyollal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Okay. Interesting. I like a little contest of champions. I like a little tournament arc. I don't know. She seems pretty fun right now. Seems fine. We'll see. Critical hit, skill speed? No. Determination, tenacity. Come on, man. That's all it ever gives me. It's always determination and tenacity. It's always the best stuff. The chance to see not only Tyrol, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So, let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Hum. You went there not long ago, and called some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. The Isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tural. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. That's pretty easy. Pretty easy dialect for me. What's the matter, Cryo? And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray, go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. Ooh, zoom. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guildship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Cool. Speak with Wook Lamont. The game is afoot. The game has a foot. Oh, I see something. I see a man that I should talk to. A wandering minstrel. Greetings, my friend. We have a tale to share. This minstrel is all ears. Talk about Zeromus. Yep. I already did the other ones, in case you were wondering. As in, I accepted them, not that I've done them. The dread beast Aromas. 'Twas a battle that shook the very heavens, I'm sure. Not less would befit an adversary named for the fallen champion of the 13th. If you are willing to share, captive audience stands before you. Ho ho! So you countered Baleful Dark with a resplendent light. And what a fascinating twist to this tale for Zero, denizen of the Void, to wield it. To be possessed of the strength of spirit to forge her own future in so brazen a fashion. Though, in truth, knowing she is part Void sent, I would have expected the light to refuse her outright. I shudder to think what might have happened if it had. To her, to Ishtaya, to this very star. From musings of darkest despair spring forth a song of hope, if I may. From dregs of dark did Zeromus rise, claim the flesh of worm as its guise. Bereft of death, its kin left to weep, as fiend unleashed sought home and release. From self-same shade did arise a dark night, a void-kissed child, now graced by the light. 'Twas she who dared to defy her fate, and by her hand damnation's wheel break. For mercy, it seems Zero had found a way to not only save her void-sent kin, but her home as well. And while Gomez may have committed terrible deeds, that he yet lives means that he may yet do good. The nigh fathomless darkness of Zeromus contained within the Memoria crystal shall pave a path of newfound hope. An arduous path to be sure, but one they shall walk together. And at journey's end, I pray, the 13th will flourish with life once more. The Abyssal Fracture Extreme. Cool. That's gonna be a crazy trial. Awesome! What was this? Oh, the Aether Font. Wait, the Aether Font was here? Oh, yeah. Duh. That makes sense. So we have to take a ship? Ugh, I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt. Come on, let's get going. Upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Alright, let's go. Several cutscenes will play in sequence.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural.
Yogg-Tural. Yogg-Tural.
Oh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
Okay, Goku.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. I know. So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
Kona?
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
Kona? Oh.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in the city.
I'm trying to remember. We meet.
He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studium? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
Okay.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
I like this dungeon. It's cool. It's very pretty.
The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
That one.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
Boom. So she is a warrior.
Look! Someone's in trouble!
Yeah, taste my axe.
These animals are usually so docile.
Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the ones who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are? Call, the adventurer who saved our star. Would that our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume? We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origin has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. Ugh. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find, and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything, anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us. Let's get started.
I'll handle this.
Oh, limit break, huh?
Hold still.
Oh,
Is that all?
I missed it. I was paying attention to my rotation. What'd she do?
Come on,
I
let's
feel
pick up the creature's
stupid.
trail.
Beast carcass? Oh, well, that's not good. You find ravaged beast remains, torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before.
Wait, that would mean...
It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Find feathers scattered about the ground. There are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Do you suppose they're upset we disturbed their home?
Who knows? But if they're spoiling for a fight, then they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
I like this. This is fun. It's very chill, very vibey. We're vibing. We're going on an adventure. It's a real adventure.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Oh. Big toucan.
Ah! What is that thing?
Giant colibri. And it spoke.
It speaks?
The jack-o'-lantern.
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Okay.
Come, Woklamat.
Right.
So you wanted to fight. Right? Right?
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Caught me by surprise! Caught me by surprise!
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Defeat the giant colibri. Oh, that thing is huge.
Talk all you like, bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Ah, shut up already, you blasted bird!
It's funny.
Look out!
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Oh, yeah.
Not good. Quickly, gather together.
Oh. Not great.
I've got you.
That was too close.
I lost my entire
Steady
burst. I moved out of that.
Spread out, everyone!
You paid
Whoa.
for that.
No, my burst again. Oh, oh, oh. We're attacking a whirlwind. Very cool.
Thank you.
The heck? Well, nothing I could really do there. Ow.
That was hardly a tickle. Try this.
Oh, she used big primal red.
Nothing to it. We have you now, you loudmouth bastard!
Throw everything you have at it.
Let's go. Fun fight. Funny bird. It was a funny bird.
And I had barely limbered up.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
She's scared. She's
Only
actually
to
a
be expected.
she's actually a scaredy cat.
You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks? Dirty tricks?
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
It's right behind me, isn't it?
Leave this to me.
Huh? They're already showing off Pictomancer? Wow, it was already in the game at this point? Crazy.
Cryle!
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
Getting a brush and easel.
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Hydaelyn. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
Pictomancy. That's cute.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy. As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Yeah, because Graha's an all-rounder, so she's just like, you did whatever you wanted.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This...
Oh man, I accidentally clicked when I coughed.
It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf, and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
You're not concerned that your father didn't tell you?
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this.
Huh?
Given how culturally diverse Tuliyollal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, it would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuliyollal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there.
Tuliyollal.
In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
You know, I've contemplated running Viper as my DAWNTRAIL class, but I just don't think I could abandon Dragoon, unfortunately. That's the harsh reality of it. With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the colibri meat. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here in Charlian. The last stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook up for us. Deacon. Dacko. Dacko. Man, a clogged nose is so not fun. Well now, there's a famous face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, Cole? Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me. I have just the recipe. The new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear?
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveler ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Oh, it's Zero's curry.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
It's Zero's curry. Oh no.
It's nothing. I can't handle.
The tears in her eyes. It's funny.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
I mean, yeah, when you're from the New World, right?
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons, but this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. Ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad coasts, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne to Lihualal? You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Just want to eat. It's the food machine. Whether Wuklamat has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think well on it. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission's success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Okay. Grah. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wuklamat's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Numenon is bound to have some information on the continent. Quite right. Not only would it help you make an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, you would be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tyrol? What? The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the cerulean deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallachi's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds for the Wallaki. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people with whom this noble magic was born. Blue Mage. Blue Mage. Come from Tyrol. That's awesome. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eotian cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tyrol. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto. These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when a Lominsian sailor named Keten Ram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. Keten Ram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Keten Ram would return to Tyrol several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eotia. Produce was far from the only bounty of Keten Ram's expeditions to Tyrol. Many tantalizing recipes such as bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Keten Ram's circle, Tyrol largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would have relished the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Cool. I mean, good food. That's just true. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tyrol is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eotia, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca. Accustomed to Tyrol's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft, white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Wyver. This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tyrol. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them, and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the Wyver is also employed by as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Veliarmanda. Tyroli folklore holds this bird-like creature in the mightiest of beasts. Holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts, and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Veliarmanda. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of 3 great continents and Tyrol. The foremost stretches from east to west, and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both the northern and southern hemispheres, a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Allegans, who rose in power in the Alenard before advancing east into Ilsabard. Their movements would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Gallians. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tyrol waged wars with one another for generations, stimmed by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of Mamuljal succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history, and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly it is a testament to the Autarch's greatness. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Tyrol, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Grahatia will be eager to know what you've discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, speak at the reference page. Cool. For the mammoth. Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tyrol, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let's continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tyrol within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? I was rather taken with the tale of Ket and Ram. Popatos, I have a newfound appreciation for them. As have I. Despite having just enjoyed a hearty meal, I found myself craving popatos. As they keep well, they were a boon to sailors, and it was that same property that allowed them to survive the voyage to Eorzea. The book also mentioned a method of preservation which sees popatos repeatedly frozen and dried. The resultant product was apparently used in a stew by people in the mountainous regions. I should like to sample that dish one day. That and all the unique cuisines of that vast continent. But moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tyrol? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I learned about alpacas. I learned about an alpaca. Ah, yes, the alpaca. In addition to serving as beasts of burden, they provide clothing for people by way of their lush fleece. They are especially prized by mountain tribes, who hold certain rare specimens sacred. I thought I heard familiar voices. Alize, Alfno. Fancy running into the two of you here? Well, well. Have some research of your own to do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Gallian people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Razatan, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history of how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of you two? And what of the two of you? What endeavor brings you here this day? Well, this is perfect. Tyrol. A nation composed of the desperate peoples of Tyrol. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read up on Tuliolal ourselves. The contest is called the only one allowed to help with Luklamat? There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Luklamat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alfredo. We have planning to do. Alize, wait! Oh, could seem our plans have changed. If you excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. Oh, my voice is in a really good spot to do Grahas. My Graha voice is really good today. At least I feel like it is. I feel like I'm getting the cadence, the slight airy graveliness. His deep's a lot voicer. Wow, yeah, I'm tired. His voice is a lot deeper than you actually realize when you're listening to it. Next time you hear him speak, take note of how deep his voice actually kind of is. It's quite interesting. It's just very airy and slightly gravelly. What's the matter?
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Werklamat's request?
I'd never say no to a new adventure.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not? Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tyrol remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon.
Numenon.
The experiences to be had. All the things you might hear, feel, and think.
Oh, he said the thing.
It's enough to stir me to the core.
Hear, feel, think.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it.
Yeah.
Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. Ah, but there's an idea.
Hmm?
I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Okay. The ewer. The ewer. Oh, Thancred. Huh? Thancred! Where are you going? You're not gonna say hi? I guess we might see him now. Oh, waiter! We haven't seen... When was the last time we saw Thancred? I don't remember. It's a while. Welcome back, Cole. If you're looking for Wicklem, she's currently with the others in her chambers. If you like, I can go and fetch them for you. Understood. Please wait in the main hall.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I'd never be one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it.
Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tura will be its own reward.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Alphino, Alice! What are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklemat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
Oh?
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alice.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on this city of gold.
I like Erenville. What's the matter, Cryo? Like you're on the verge of tears.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
But, Raha...
You sure?
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Hmm?
There.
New map?
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
It's huge. Oh, Endwalker music. I'm gonna miss Endwalker music. Hey, we see something south of us, too. South of Eortia. South of Othard. Could that be... Aww. Endwalker. Fade away. Mad respect, as always, to the voice actors. They're all fantastic. We haven't seen Cryo. We haven't seen Tataru in a while. Donna, Nabdeen, married, living way, sleeping way, mapping way, Green, Gaia, Lena, Beklu, Ashdaya, Elidibus and Themis, Hephaestus, Athena, Pandemonium, Birgot, Ralger, Azima, Nulthal, Nafika, Althic, Nymea, Halone, Menfina, Balik, Grimlien, Oshon, Scarmiglione, Barbaricia, Cagnazio, Rubicante, Golbez and Durante, Zeromus, and Wuklamat. awesome. Sad. It's the end of Endwalker. Lest you wonder about your passage to Raw, Anvil will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well in your coming adventures. Now, I'm not sure when the departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. A knapsack. Huh? What? What is that? What is that? Also, this is it. The last cutscene before we start DAWNTRAIL. Meanwhile, in Limsa Lominsa. Interesting. Limsa Lominsa. Ah, Estinian.
When does the next ship set sail?
To where?
May I ask your destination?
Me too.
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
What's west? Hey, we'll see you there, buddy. Let's go, my goat. Meanwhile, in Old Charlian. Ah, Urion J. With a note. And Thancred.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
They're going to.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
Contend?
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition.
Is he smirking? What is this, like, weird pose? Oh, he is smirking.
Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Taral.
Thancred and Urion J together. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, they're clearly just on another adventure. I just wonder what their adventure is. Clearly, the only thing happening in Taral, as far as we know, is the big contest of champions. The right of succession.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
Now I have, yes.
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north?
No, I've not been there.
The fabled golden cities of the New World.
I'll be there next, damn it. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond, and thread the gilded path beyond. Awesome. That's it. Sun Chaser. I'm gonna change that title. I'm gonna take a small break, decide what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna contact my guild, see if anybody wants to mount farm, and if not, then I might just end stream. We'll see. Just give me a second, I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. And I've decided, independently of the situation with my clan group, free company, that's the word, yeah. I'm gonna start DAWNTRAIL. We're changing the title. We're starting. We're gonna just hop right into it. Why? Because I'd like to. Yeah. I'm spelling that right. Yeah. Why not? We're gonna do it. Oh, please. Now I gotta change it to part 1. There we go. Stream title has been changed. And we're gonna start DAWNTRAIL right now. The reason for such the rush. I have time tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a bit of a longer stream because we have raid and such. Thus, I have more time tomorrow to do mount farming and things like that. And I'll already be in a group. So it'll be pretty easy for me to kind of suggest that. Plus any other things that I might want to unlock, like the Rathlos trial that I want to do, or the Eden quest line. All that stuff becomes very possible and very quick with a group of people. So why not just go ahead and start the expansion, the newest expansion available to anyone right now on Final Fantasy XIV. As we start the final journey until the next patch, the next major patch of the game. Alright, let's start. Welcome back, Cole. I've just had word from Erenville. It seems he's managed to secure passage to Tural aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. A new quest accept jingle. A new world to explore is the title. Ojika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail at a moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Erenville himself. There they are. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaner's Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Tural. There'll be other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share the deck space. That's fine, Erenville. I doubt anyone expected we'd have to share a ship all to ourselves. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Tural, yes? We've not forgotten. The nation Tuliolal is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we will assist you during the rite of succession, and support your bid to become Dawn's servant. In addition to that, Alphino and I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Tural, we hope to learn more about its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insights that might help our friends in Ilsabard. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Cryo? Yes. As far as we could determine from the old missive I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Yet, oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there will be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third's Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of the stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. I go wheresoever adventure is to be found. A real adventure at heart. That's what they tell me. Right then, if all are still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. I can't get Aaronville's voice. Aaronville. I don't know why I keep wanting to call him Aaronville. Aaronville's voice is not easy for me. At all. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding vessel, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. Hey.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Yeah, adventure mode.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels.
That's the Bermuda Triangle. LOL.
Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bufiswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off!
It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
Yep.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks.
Oh, Aaronville's the
We sail
narrator.
west, as Kettenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Tural.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me! Woklamat!
Yeah. I love the music so far. From what I've been hearing of DAWNTRAIL's music, it's nice, it's good, it's very fun. And I've been hearing a lot of it just because of YouTube videos, right, that you watch. Any updated version of it, it's all very, yeah, you just hear the music. Also, new graphics kicking in, huh? Everything got a graphical update. You really can tell all of a sudden.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can, then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Tural was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession.
Who's that? Well, they're focusing on that guy.
Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
Okay.
Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
Music's pretty good. It's vibe. Hey, cool. You can explore the ship. Ponjetine. Oh, this will be my first visit to Tural. Ponjintane's the name. I was working at Eltaim's Aesthetics in Uldar. But, you see, my employment with them, came to an end. That's why I visited Charlian, in the hopes of starting over. While I was attempting and failing to find a new job, I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. I'm told the Darwin servant welcomes all, regardless of origin, and so Tuliolal seemed like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. I see you in Eorzea before. You great and famous hero. Yeah, I've had plenty of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Tural, it's becoming practical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warbound have fallen, and so we head home to lick our wounds. My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the great Ketan Ram. You know, the first Eorzean to set foot on Tural almost 80 years ago. The Mamulja's leader is said to have welcomed Ketan Ram with open arms, and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of friendship. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back. potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, which spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. The tales say Ketenram returned to Taral several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. Not even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end as testimony to the ocean's peril. An adventure, I presume? I'm a merchant myself, based in Uldar. Specialty imports and exports. Eorzean and Tirali both. If this is your first crossing the salt, as they say, do remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this. It is not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by the names of certain clans. For the Makote, the Hetsaro. The Hrothgar, the Zerbar, Zerbral. Not because every member of a given clan is of the same race, mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with the clan. A fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. Do you want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will be sat next to the Dawn Servant's shiny chair. There are 4 claimants to the right of succession, your young Wuklamat being one of them, of course. But from what a Mormulja bloke was telling us, the other 3 are strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their coin on the 3rd promise. Did you learn anything of interest? Couple things. Oh, I hadn't heard that about the clan names. We should have Wuklamat and Erenville teach us the ones we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here on the deck. Let's all gather in the cabin.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erenville, you were born in Taral, yes? Do many Viera live there?
The Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
We're in the teeth of it now, lads! Reef that sail before the mast snaps!
Holy.
Oh dear.
Only Elvis at watch! This wind's too strong to take in your sail!
Oh.
I'm falling off the mast! We need help! Get him below decks first! Quickly! Before he's washed overboard!
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
Holy. The seas be rough out here. Let's go save a man.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since. The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy.
sending sailors tumbling. The
Holy.
dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
Oh. Jeez.
Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning.
Oh.
What an extraordinary life he must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
Oh.
Clamat, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress.
Jeez.
By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural.
Jeez.
In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Hmm? Wait a minute, what's that supposed to mean? Is it time? Wake up. Call him wake up. Ooh, this is so exciting.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Ugh. Can't be much farther now, can it?
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
Yeah. It's the intro music. It's the music that I get every single time I log in now.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Oh, it's so cool.
There, look at my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Ooh. Oh, I'm so excited. It's so cool. Ooh. Pretty. Tuliolao. Okay. Sounds like some Donkey Kong country music. Oh, I love me some good jazz. Oh, yeah. This place is huge.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
Oh.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tuliholal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out, or...?
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
Uh-oh. Here comes the Popo.
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tule Yolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
Nice. That was a very good way of handling it. That was
Well, well.
That was nice.
You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part? Anyway, first things first.
Where are you going?
I bid you welcome to Tule Yolal.
Awesome. Well, despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. Cool. You've arrived in Tule Yolal. You can return to the city at any time by speaking with the sprightly sailor in Scholar's Harbor in Old Charlotte. Ooh, wow, this is a big place. Let's see, we've got Bayside Bevy Marketplace, the Four-Ard Cabins, Dirigible Landing, the Resplendent Quarter. That's awesome. Wakumekimeki. Vocal Shunsa. Bright Plume Post. Cool. Very cool. Mountain Chromite Weapon Coffer. Let's go. Weapons. Weapon upgrade. Right then. First things first. I, still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. I realize we've just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. No arguments here. I should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Aha! We were wondering who these strange folk were. So the third promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers? Wuklumat, are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. The third promise does not get seasick. No, sir. As for my hand-picked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the rite of succession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to, command a respectful distance. But you're just so easy to approach. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please, don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. You are very kind. Good day to you, Third Promise. They did have a point. Wiklamat is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station surrounded by this many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in two groups so as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then? Call. You and Cryo can come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch once we've had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Wiklamat's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Well, despite very clearly being... Oh yeah, I want to do this. World map. Whoa. So we've got new areas. That says Maricidia. Ooh. That could be the site of a future expansion then. Terral. Yultoral. Yultoral. Yultoral? I don't know. Seems like there's a couple areas. Ooh, interesting. Big map. Back to world map for a second. Oh, I see there's two. Yoktoral and Zaktoral. Zaktoral has Shaoloni. Kuliolao. Rokopacha, Yakter. Kozamakua. Cool. How many areas is that? 4? So we're missing one. Interesting. Aether current wise, there is still 6. We're missing 2. Cool. That looks like an interesting spot. There's only one way into this lower part until the way over here. This one is just, you only have access to this half. The only way to get access to this other half is through this. And... Hard to tell. Looks like there might be a connection point between the bottom part and here. Cool. Very cool. I like the look of this map. Also, it really does show off the size of this place. This place is massive. I'm sure these maps are really big too, which is gonna be cool. Because, I mean, you look at... Oh, you know, I see something interesting. I remember when we were coming in, there was that big crack in the earth, rocks. It seems like the actual town is like right around where the zoom in is happening. Right there. That's where the city is. Interesting. This place is massive. Like, you look at it in comparison to Eorzea, and you're like, holy moly, it's huge. Like, massive. I'm still upset there's still so many clouds here. Like, when are these clouds gonna go away? Really? Like, why are there clouds here? Why? Razathan's down here. You know Garlemald's, we basically just have a small access point of it. But yet this entire area is called Ulsabard? At least gives reason to have, like, nothing over Mericidia. 'Cause it's a place we know about, but there's nothing there, as far as we know. Right now. And then you have the first. Which is exactly the same as when we first went there. And it's also realistically about, like, this big. In terms of what's occupiable. Because... yeah. Also, they call this Heidelin. Not the source. Interesting. Anyways. The reason I was doing all that was because I'm going to end stream. I know, we didn't even finish the first mission of DAWNTRAIL, but that's just going to be the way that it is. I'm going to explore the city, probably unlock all the Aether Currents. I will not be continuing the main story outside of streams, don't you worry, but my name's been Sorcerer Supreme, this has been Final Fantasy XIV, and if you're looking forward to more DAWNTRAIL in the future, and anything else, go ahead, follow me here on Twitch and on Twitter. You can also go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sorcerer_Supreme VOD. Or is it? No, Sorcerer Supreme VOD. Where you can catch the VODs of all of these streams in case you miss any. And go ahead and just give me a follow on Twitter, Sorcerer_Supreme_, where you can stay notified of when I go live. I have a schedule here on Twitch that you can also check to see when I'm live. Alright, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.